Yep, I went back again. You might remember a couple of videos ago, I shared with you a haul that I picked up at an estate sale. Well, they had the estate sale again, and so of course I had to go back again. Now the second time I went, I spent $25 on everything that I'm going to show you, but I'm really happy with what I got. And they said they're going to have the sale again in either October or November. Sadly, they're cleaning out their mother's house that passed away. It's a brother and a sister that is doing the sale. So they're just bringing things down from the attic very gradually. So I'm going to watch Craigslist and make sure that I hit it up again in October or November. So let me go ahead and get started and show you everything that I picked up this time. And welcome to my channel. I'm Joanne. As I said, everything here is going to be for resale. I didn't pick up anything for myself this time. I have 2 of these Corsage Pins. There are 12 of them, and I got 2 packets of them made by Sears and Roebuck. They were originally 15 cents, and I think you could probably use these as hat pins as well. But I'm going to go ahead and leave them on the cards because I think somebody might be more interested in them on their original cards than to take them off. I only picked up 1 piece of Tupperware this time, and without doing any research on it, I'm guessing it's some kind of like a little snack tray. Now, you might be able to make out in that little bit of glare, there are some scratches on the seal here, but luckily they do not go through to the underside. So that's a plus. And if I'm wrong on that piece, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. You also might remember from a couple of videos ago, I showed you some cookie cutters that I originally thought were biscuit cutters. It turned out not to be, they were cookie cutters, but they were vintage. I picked them up at the bins. Well, I found the same set, only this time they're still in their original packaging. So it is the Spade Club Diamond and Heart. It's they're by Miro, 4-piece set, originally 59 cents. And these were made in the USA. So that was kind of interesting. I thought that I found them just separately, but I found all 4 of them in the bins, and then I go ahead and find the exact same set at an estate sale still in their package. You just never know when you're out thrifting. Now this piece I'm going to need your help on. I want to know, do I leave the perfume in or do I take it out? I picked this vintage Avon perfume bottle up, not because of the perfume in it, which I think is Sweet Honesty. Yes, Sweet Honesty cologne. I picked it up for the perfume bottle. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. That swirl on there. And it isn't etched glass. It's a white glass. And then what's even cooler about this is that it's a candle holder. Would have been neat if they had 2 of them, right? But should I leave the perfume in, the cologne in, or should I take it out before I sell it? And I will say that the perfume does not smell terrible. I don't know if you've ever encountered a vintage Avon where you have removed the top and there's a little bit of cologne or perfume left in it, and the smell sometimes can just be awful. This one is not, so I'm not quite sure what to do. Now this next piece might be my favorite from this haul. And it is this beautiful desk lamp. You could see the pattern on it there. It does need to be cleaned up. So it's on the shade and it's on the base. And I did try it when I was there. It does work. And what's even cooler about this is that you can hang it on the wall if you prefer. So this can either be a desk lamp or a wall lamp. And I really, when I first laid eyes on this, I really thought I could see this on a woman's desk. I don't know why, it just looks like that's where it should belong. So, love it. Gonna put a bulb in it, gonna set it up in the antique space. or the vintage space rather. Everything that I picked up, oh, I get itchy nose. Everything I picked up needs to be cleaned. It's all quite dirty. Now here's one of those peg racks. I don't know if you've ever seen one shaped like this. I have not. I've seen the ones that are longer, like this way. In fact, they had one there that was longer, but it was missing one of the pegs. So without one of the pegs, I just did not want to pick it up. But this, I'd never seen one shaped like this. So I went ahead and got it. There are the two little hangers for the wall. I'm not quite sure what these two pieces are for, but they're on there anyway. And I'm hoping that this is going to find a new home because of its unusual shape. And this, ooh, this really needs to be cleaned. But it's this gorgeous springtime picture. And look at the print on there. Isn't that pretty? Best part about it, although it's filthy, look at the tag is still on it. So it has never, ever been used. The paint is in pristine condition. Let's see. This was originally sold for $1.49, then was put on sale for 99 cents at looks like Thalinger's. And let me see if this has a mark on the bottom. I don't want to turn this over because there's all kinds of little stuff inside. No mark on it, but this I could not pass up. And it's quite heavy too. It's a substantial picture. This is the first one of these that I have ever found. A rotary telephone. I was so excited to see this still there. And in fact, they had another one that was wall mounted, but it was not in very good condition at all. I'm guessing this one is for a business because of the red button that's on it. I'm not entirely sure. Again, needs to be cleaned up, but I did clean up just to see how it would come out. I cleaned up the handset on it and it came out really, really good. So I think it's just going to need a little elbow grease. And there is a label on here. Oh, it's just 911 Six Forks Rescue. It says Tellerant 271 on it, on the front. And on the bottom, let's see if it says anything. It just has a, remember this, that little wheel to make the ringer louder or more quiet. No, nothing on the bottom of it. And then it just says ITT. Ooh, it needs to be cleaned. And another really great thing about this telephone is that the cord is intact. Because if you remember rotary phones, and you remember if you stretch these cords out one time too many, they started to coil the opposite way. And if you remember the phones and that happening to me, you know exactly what it is that I am talking about. So this phone is really in very good condition. I was super excited about that find. I picked up a piece of material. I love the pattern on this, and I already know what I'm going to do with it. Here it is. Look at that pattern. I have a wrought iron, a little bench, upholstered bench that I used to have in my bedroom. And I had it up in my vintage space when I first started it. It didn't sell. I brought it back home, but it's sort of a mottled green color. It's sort of black, sort of green. Well, what I've decided is I'm going to spray paint the whole thing black, and then I'm going to reupholster it, the seat, in this. And I think the black wrought iron is really going to pick up the blacks that are in this print. So I'm kind of anxious to get that done, but I need to sell a few things in my booth first before I can put it up there. And then these I got lucky enough to be able to go into the basement. Look at these little chairs. They are in perfect, filthy condition. They are in perfect condition. There are 2 of them. One of them has a price tag on it of $20. No way am I going to charge $20 for one of these in my space, but this would be perfect. I mean, not only for a doll, but this would be great as a plant stand. And that's really what I bought them for. And that's what I intend on kind of staging them as a plant stand. But I love these 2. Then I picked up a whole bunch of vintage Christmas tree ornaments. And most of them are flocked. This little guy is not. He has a sticker on him that says he is made in Japan. Look at that little face. And he is a bell. And he has a little friend, identical. Whoop, there we go. And then we have a Santa that is still in the packaging. This was made in Hong Kong. And then we have, this is an old Mickey. We have a Mickey Mouse. And I think you can tell he's old because of the shape of his nose. I don't recall Mickey's nose being like that. So I'm thinking he does have some age to him. And this little elf. And there's another Santa. I think this is identical. Well, he's pretty close. This Santa has a different kind of belt on him. He needs to have a little bit of glue right there to help keep that down, but he's very, very similar to one that is in the packaging still. And then this little flocked mouse, and I'm guessing at one point in time he might have had some kind of little black circles inside of his ears to kind of help bring out his ears a little more, or define them more, I think is what I really want to say. And then this little guy, sadly, his boot got broken. I'm guessing that the plastic was just so old on his little boot that it just cracked. Now I have what I'm hoping are all of the pieces for his boot here. So I'm going to try and see. I'm going to give it like a good old college try and try and fix his boot. And if it's just too hard, then I probably won't. And then the last thing I have to share with you, and who can tell me what this is? I suspected I knew what it was. Wasn't 100% sure. Let me fix this in the back here. What really drew me to it was the graphics on the front of it. I really love that scene that is on the front of this. Okay, here's the back of it. Okay, those wire pieces. So what this turns out to be is, remember when kitchens used to have the wood burning stoves in them and they had those big pipes that went up into the wall? Well, apparently during the summertime, you would cap off when you didn't need that stove to heat your house. They would cap off the hole that the stovepipe went into in the wall. And this is what they would use to block that hole. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I learned something new, relatively new. Thought I knew what it was, but confirmed my suspicions, let's just say. I just love this piece. I think it's a great fall piece. So that's everything. Now, what is going to be my favorite? As happy as I am that I found that telephone, like I said, first time ever, but my favorite really is going to be this lamp. Excuse me, Louise. This lamp, I love it. I can't wait to get it cleaned up. It has a little bit of pitting on the back of it. You can see it right there. That's not going to come out, but I'll clean it up as best that I can. Love this lamp. This is my favorite. So in the comment section down below. I would love it if you would share with everyone what your favorite find was from today's haul. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And if you like thrift haul videos and you are not already a family member here, I would love it for you to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the all notifications bell so you don't miss any upcoming thrift haul videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. And don't forget, take very good care of yourselves. And Lewis says the same. Bye, everybody.